We're getting new reaction after President Trump said he is forging ahead with a plan to withdraw troops from Syria, despite questions about whether that could leave a vacuum. He's already instructed military commanders to quickly wrap up the operation there so he can bring troops home. So, can we meet the president's timeline as a nation? And our military staff sergeant Joey Jones is a retired Marine. First of all, I want to talk with you about the importance of the role that we play there, and it can't go on forever.
No, absolutely. It can't go on forever. But I think if you listen to Secretary Mattis, he said since long before he held a cabinet position, this is going to be a long war, and we should be in it for the long haul, simply because we don't know what a vacuum will leave behind, especially in Syria right now. But in Iraq and Afghanistan, we went so long without any type of defined goal behind or beyond perhaps capturing Saddam Hussein or Osama bin Laden. For so long, for so many years, I fought and served during a time where we didn't understand the goal. Are we nation building? Are we looking for someone? What are we doing here? I think in Syria, there's a lot more at stake here, simply because of Russia and some of the other challengers around the world that may have a stake in what's going on there.
You know, it's interesting what you're describing as mission creep for people who may wonder, you know, how do you start on one square and then you end up 15 squares later? But this has been primarily focused on dismantling the Islamic State savages. Have we done it in such a way that we can leave soon?
Well, listen, if we've learned anything, we've learned that Islamic extremist terrorists can play the long game probably better than we can, because we have open and free elections that call politicians to answer for these things. Unfortunately, over there, they can go dormant for a long time. I've seen it happen in Afghanistan. I saw it happen to an extent in Iraq. So you can call them whatever you want to. Half the time, they're 20-year-olds that have a job and they leave to go fight because they get called to or asked to when we're there. So there's a back and forth. There's a cycle that goes around. Did the bomb that take my legs get put in the ground because I was there, or was I there because there were bombs in the ground? Those are important questions to ask. But with that being said, we understand that Syria is an important place right now, especially with everything going on around it. And I just don't understand why President Trump would do what I served under with President Obama, which is to put these arbitrary, we're going to pull out, is it for the midterms? What's going on here?
Well, one thing we know from this current president when he was on the campaign trail was he took exception to people who gave you exact timelines. So we'll find out what he's going to do right when we find out what he's going to do. I wonder if he and the generals are on the same page. We'll have to bring you back. Thank you very much. Good to see you.
Absolutely. Thank you.